Yeah, you know what it is.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. Purple and white, but you know what I mean. Double 11 senior year made history. Football, we took it to the playoffs. Collegeville, white and purple, yeah, we are the K-House. I said the K-House, the school of champions. We laugh a lot, we rap a lot. I'm asked I be an Indian again. I'm telling them that Collegeville is where it's at. So when we on the field of court, they better be aware of that. They scared of that. Of course, look at the ceiling. What up, Mr. Floyd? Yeah, it's Collegeville. And yes, I'm glad to say that I'm a K-Hawk. I'm about to graduate. Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
White and purple, yeah, I know you see it. You see the chaos and you tell yourself you wanna be it. I go to CHS, so I am a champ. I ran this game so long I'm starting to get a stomach cramp. Class of 1 and 2, but we're number 1. Shout out to all my juniors, yeah, you know we get it done. White and purple, you already know. It's little easy peasy and that boy lay low.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
I'm on my white and purple, Scarface and DJ Screw. We on the peak of the mountain, best at what we do. Yeah, we the champs, homie, but we ain't selling shoes. These boys bleeding purple, call us the cheapest crew. They don't gotta do it big, cause I don't play with sports. I play my cards right, now we're good report. When Dub 12 comes, it's time to roll off. I'm the back cause everybody rolling with me, K-Hawks.
Yeah, you know what it is.
Look, all the freshmen, all the fresh sophomores,
High school, champions.
yeah, they know what it is.
All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
we shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
And a very good evening to one and to all. My name is Todd Duke, and we are live at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. More playoff action is what we have coming your way, and it's the Lady K-Hawks' turn on the volleyball side of things, as your Lady K-Hawks play host to the O'Fallon Lady Panthers in tonight's first regional semifinal. And once again, my name is Todd Duke. Welcome in to the pregame show, brought to you by LC's Pub in Caseyville. Great food, great drinks, great service, all served up daily at LC's Pub in Caseyville. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, just a stone's throw from K-Hawk Stadium. You can give them a call if you would like to place a carry-out order. Usually about 10 or 15 minutes later, you will have that order all ready for you. All you have to do is give them a call at 618-855-9007. All right, well, the K-Hawks come into this contest 16-16 in the 2024 season. They finished 4-8 in Southwestern Conference play, and that put them in 5th place for the year, and they are under their 4th-year head coach, Katie Cease, who has a overall record now of 52 wins and 81 losses. O'Fallon, they come in at 21-14. They finished 10-2 in Southwestern Conference play, and that was just one game for behind first place. O'Fallon ended up in second, right behind Edwardsville, who only lost one Southwestern Conference match this year, and they finished 11-1. O'Fallon is coached by Natalie Ott. She is in her second year and brings with her a record of 45-28. The Lady Kahok softball team finished the season right at 500 with that 16-16 record, which is just a bit below the 21-win season turned in a year ago by Katie Cease and her 2023 Kahawks. Collinsville could never find a consistent rhythm in this year's play, having gone back and forth with the wins and the losses on this year's schedule. Collinsville had a 7-match win streak last year and sprinkled in a few back-to-back wins during the course of the season as well a year ago. This season, Collinsville went loss one through their first 9 matches of the year before winning back-to-back matches in the Alton tournament. The Lady Calcs, by the way, took third place in that tournament. Collinsville would do the back-to-back back-and-forth match win things, and 3 times this year they won back-to-back games, but could not find a 3-match win streak this season. Collinsville only lost back-to-back matches 2 times this year, including losing their 2 matches to close out the 2024 regular season. But the Lady Calcs they played solid matches in losing 2-1 to both O'Fallon and Belleville East. Collinsville is looking for their first regional championship since 2007. They won 4 straight regional championships from 2004 to 2007. O'Fallon had another real good season, as the Lady Panthers normally do, with those 21 wins for O'Fallon. The program, not counting the pandemic-shortened season, which almost all teams only played around 12 matches. O'Fallon has won 20 or more matches 12 times since the 2010 team went 19-16. O'Fallon has won a regional championship for the last 3 years and have won 10 regional championships over the last 11 times playing in the postseason. Edwardsville beat the Lady Panthers in the 2019 regional championship game. That was the only blemish on the regional championship record. However, with all the success, O'Fallon has only one sectional championship in those 10 years of regionals, having done so in 2022. Lady Panthers put together a few win streaks this season with a 5-match win streak from the 5th through the 15th of this month. O'Fallon started the 2024 campaign with a 3-match win streak and ended the regular season with another 3-match win streak. Lady Panthers did suffer through a 4-match losing streak, and that took place in the middle of September. Had a chance just a little while ago to catch up with Collinsville head coach Katie Cease. I have not talked to her since game number 1 of the year for me, because she had 7 seniors on this year's squad. We filled up the rest of the year with senior interviews, so it's been a long time since Coach Cease and I caught up. So you will hear that conversation as that comes your way next, as the LC's Pub pregame show rolls on here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice, friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than LC's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahawk fans, before, after, or even during Kahawk games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows Kahawk games live, as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carry-out orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, Kahawk fans' pub of choice. Caseyville VFW Post 1117 Auxiliary supports the VFW with post projects and fundraiser events. The Caseyville VFW Auxiliary also provides donations and sponsorship for Veterans in Need, Jefferson Barracks in St. Louis, the Caseyville Food Pantry, outreach programs, summer lunches for students in the Collinsville Unit 10 School District, and now the Kahawk Sports Network. Plus, sponsoring CHS programs like band, theater, and sports. If you would like to provide support or join the Caseyville VFW Auxiliary, contact the Caseyville VFW Post 1117 at 618-344-9878. Is it finally time to start doing what you've been talking about doing for years? Start making those plans right now and let Northwestern Mutual help you plan your future. Former Kahok Joe Philpott can help you get started with that plan today. Joe Philpott, a financial advisor with Northwestern Mutual, can help build a plan specifically for you with a wide range of financial options and the flexibility to change that plan as your priorities change. To get started on your future, give Joel Philpott a call today at Northwestern Mutual's Fairview Heights office at 618-606-2022. Spend your life living with Northwestern Mutual. Call Joel Philpott today, 618-606-2022. Want to catch some of the best live music in Collinsville from a band of all Collinsville area residents? Look no further than Sonically Pleasing. Sonically Pleasing with former Kahok Logan Carlisle, his dad Tim, along with Caleb Tanzius, play some of the best rock and roll hits from the 70s, 80s, 90s, and beyond. You can catch Sonically Pleasing at some of the area's finest venues, as well as book Sonically Pleasing for your private event or party. To put some music in your life, it's Sonically Pleasing. Check out Sonically Pleasing's Facebook page for upcoming live show dates and to book them for your special event or to call to book that event at 618-401-0052. Pleasing live rock music for your ears. Sonically Pleasing, 618-401-0052. Looking for someone to help get your house in tip-top shape? Look no further than former Kahok Kara Gray with Clean Living Cleaning Services. From bathrooms to kitchens to garages to bedrooms and even commercial spaces, Clean Living is your place to go. Clean Living guarantees expert-level work done by expert-level cleaners. No matter how much grit, how much grime, let Clean Living shine. For more information, check out the Clean Living Cleaning Services on Facebook or call 618-979-9634. A clean space is a happy place. Clean Living Cleaning Services, 618-979-9634.
The Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network from day one. Since 1934, the Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been providing women in the community an opportunity to make a difference with fundraisers and projects, all that go towards helping the needy in Collinsville. If you would like any information on any event sponsored by the Collinsville Junior Service Club, head to Facebook, type in Collinsville Junior Service Club, and then click on the Event tab. We thank the Collinsville Junior Service Club for their continued support of the Kahok Sports Network and KahokSports.com.
Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice, friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than LC's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahok fans, before, after, or even during Kahok games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows Kahok games live as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carry-out orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, Kahok fans' pub of choice. And we welcome you back into the LC's Pub pregame show here on the Kahok Sports Network. We're back at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. It is playoff time for your Lady Kahok volleyball team as they take on the O'Fallon Panthers in the first regional semifinal of the day with Belleville East and Quincy to follow. Joining us now, Katie Cease, fourth-year head coach for your Collinsville Lady Kahok volleyball team. All right, so I haven't talked to you in a while. How's the family? I mean, I haven't talked to you in so long. I'm guessing your daughter's about ready to be a freshman in high school, right?
They're great. She's been at a lot of games, and she's from last time I talked to you. She's crawling. She's trying to walk. She's saying words. You know, we're making a lot of progress in this short amount of time of the season. So it's been pretty fun.
Any plans to give her a sibling?
Oh man, not for a little bit here. We'll see. At least not till after next volleyball season. That's for sure. So that's in the plans right now. So
All right, so let's talk about some volleyball. Give me your thoughts as the head coach on the just completed regular season.
I think the girls, they put in their best effort. We won the games I was expecting us to win, and we were really competing in games that against some really high level competition in our conference, especially towards the end of the season. We went to 3 with O'Fallon, went to 3 with East the other night, and really playing our best volleyball at the end of the season, and that's what we want. So we're ready to take this momentum, into tonight.
All right, sophomore Avery Johnson kind of really came into her own this season. Not that her freshman year was anything subpar, but this year she has kind of really stepped up her game.
Yeah, she's a pivotal player for us. She plays 6 rotations on the outside, so she's in every play. She's either serve receiving, digging, she's attacking, she's in the game at all times. So that's a huge mental load that she has to take on, but she's really taking that with confidence and really starting to play some of her best volleyball, which is awesome.
And you had a load of seniors this year, and they've all, been doing what they normally do their senior seasons. You got the Gilmores and the Modes, and the other Johnson. I've got so many Johnsons to choose from. So talk to me about your seniors.
Yeah, so I have 7 seniors. They all play different roles for us. Aubrey is someone who has played varsity since she was a freshman. She was a starting outside for us and moved into a new role this year as a libero. And that takes a lot of, again, skill, and able to transition like that your senior year takes a lot. So she's been a huge leader for us. And our other captain is Carson Mode, who is a middle for us. And Talisha has had an outstanding year. I was talking to the other Southwestern coaches the other night, and just the fact that she doesn't play club is just crazy to me. Basketball is her thing, and I've been trying to get her to play club forever, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you could go anywhere you want, but that's okay. I understand my little rebound queen over there, which I take some credit for that, some volleyball skills involved there. But yeah, and then Alyssa's our setter, and Kendra and Olivia and Zoe have stepped up and played the roles that they need to play. So yeah, it's been a good season for them for sure.
All right, you bumped freshman Zakia McMorris up to the varsity team about midway through the year. What do you like about her game?
I like that she has a lot of volleyball knowledge, her volleyball IQ is very high, which is helpful on the varsity court. She also has a power swing. When she's confident and she's in the zone, nobody can stop her, which is what I'm looking for. She also has a great serve receive, so that's another added bonus. To be able to play outside as a varsity player, you have to be able to pass. So she has both of those elements, so that definitely has helped her for sure.
All right, you had some pretty good matches your last 2. You touched on a little bit where you played the top teams in the Southwestern Conference, Belleville, East, O'Fallon, in which you took a set from each. I would call that a bit of progress.
Yeah, like I've always said, any night in our conference is a battle. We play some very high competitive teams with some really great players. So us being able to compete and take a set from them is awesome, and I'm hoping that we can complete that. I said if we put the set that we played against O'Fallon and the set that we had against East, and if we put those together mentally and physically, we'll be okay. So hopefully that shows tonight.
All right, so takeaways from the 2 meetings against O'Fallon. What have you learned facing them twice this year that you can use to your advantage tonight?
Yeah, they have huge outsides, so we've been really working on getting our block set and pressing on our block, and moving on defense. And when we can get them out of system, that's really where we'll start to see some success. We cannot just keep giving them free balls and things over the net. We have to serve aggressive so that they aren't just in system the whole game. So that's our game plan tonight for sure.
All right, and I noticed during the game against Belleville Easton, it wasn't just you guys, it was them as well. A lot of unforced errors, man. There were a lot of balls hitting to the net, a lot of balls hit long. How do you temper down the unforced errors?
Yeah, I tell them, I don't want you to be nervous about making a mistake. It's when those mistakes happen again and again. We can't have 2 unforced errors in a row. That's the goal that we've set, and we have different things in practice that we do in order to motivate the girls to limit those. But yeah, it's definitely especially serving. Our big thing is we can't miss 2 first serves in a row. That can't happen, and if that happens, it's I just look over at Elise. I'm like, come on, we got to get this one in. So minimizing those, and we'll be successful.
All right, I was watching the girls here earlier. I was setting up. They seemed to be in really good spirits. They were having fun.
They were having a little dance party out here. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't keep up half the time. But yeah, they're excited. They're ready to go. The energy is high. They're like the team camaraderie is high. So I'm excited to see what happens tonight.
All right, so speaking of what happens tonight, what's the keys? What do you have to do tonight to come out winners and advance to Thursday?
So we're really focusing on the serve and pass game, serving aggressive and having a strong serve receive. And, my 3 expectations for them always is to go for everything, play for each other, and work hard. So that's hopefully what we'll do tonight.
Thanks for the visit, Coach. Good luck.
Thank you.
That is Katie Seast, your Collinsville Lady Kahok volleyball head coach. We'll take a break here on the LC's Pub pregame show. Starters and stats, that's what we have coming your way next on the Kahok Sports Network.
Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice, friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than LC's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahok fans, before, after, or even during Kahok games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows Kahok games live as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carryout orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, Kahok fans' pub of choice.
At Visionary Wealth Advisors, we empower you to see your future before it's your future, to create your inheritance, to build your vision, to anticipate the known and unknown, and to find potential in both, and build new dawns. Visionary Wealth Advisors.
Visit Brad Keene at his Collinsville office at 106 North Clinton or call 618-467-8420. Collinsville Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud Kahok alums. Located at 1966 Vandalia, Collinsville Barbecue Supply is your one-of-a-kind barbecue headquarters that focuses on everything barbecue and cooking, providing the best American-made barbecue grills, in-person class instruction, smokers, rubs, sauces, accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts, including an in-house chef and pit master. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning sauces and rubs that supports our nation's first responder and military organizations that focus on the fallen, suicide prevention, and PTSD awareness. Stop on by, see the guys at Collinsville Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Collinsville Barbecue Supply, home of the 4-time world champion Patriot Sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at collinsvillebarbecue.com or call 618-855-8855.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Kahok Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Kahawks.
Once again, we welcome you back here to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. About ready for a little playoff volleyball action. Collinsville getting ready to take on O'Fallon. Here are your starters for tonight. For O'Fallon, we will begin with Olivia Thompson. She will be the setter for tonight. Sophia Wadikakis is an outside hitter. Kennedy Weston is a libero. Another outside hitter is Kennedy Walls. Cecilia Vinny, another outside hitter. On the right side, you have Gabby Belling, and the other middle hitter is Caden Christ. For Collinsville, Alyssa Huckleberry is the setter. Your outside hitter is Avery Johnson, while older sister Aubrey Johnson is the libero. Your middle blockers, Carson Mode and Talisha Gilmore. On the right side is Lily Johnson, and your defensive specialist is Addison Munez. On the other microphone, let's welcome in Mr. Zach Roseman. How are you, sir?
Pretty good, Todd. Happy to be here for some playoff volleyball, getting ready to go. Collinsville were able to take O'Fallon to 3 sets here not too long ago when O'Fallon came here for the second leg of conference play, and we'll see if the Kahoks can pull off what I think most people would consider an upset here at Fletcher Gym tonight.
Yeah, I would think so. And did the same thing to Belleville East at Belleville East to end the regular season. Took 1 set from the Lady Lancers, so that bodes well. It gives them a little bit of confidence as they hit in this one. You've done a few volleyball games this year. Give me your thoughts on what you've seen.
All in all, I feel like they've generally shown, the Kahoks have generally shown some positive growth. Avery Johnson has been pretty good, but we kind of figured she would be. Zakiah McMorris has really impressed me coming in as a freshman and getting increasingly more varsity time here as the season has gone on. Looks like
she's here.
Yeah, she is not one of the starters, but she's been called up for the playoff roster. So we'll see what happens. O'Fallon. I haven't seen O'Fallon yet this year, so what exactly they do well, but I know that they're always a strong program. They've had a fair amount of success. They're the high seed in the regional for a reason, so we'll see what happens here.
Collinsville on the left side of your screen, all decked out in the purple and the white, wearing the black shorts and the purple jerseys. They have Collinsville written across the backs of those jerseys. Fronts and backs of those jerseys sport numbers in white. The only one not wearing the purple, that would be your libero, Aubrey Johnson. She has on the white jersey and purple numbers on the fronts and the back. O'Fallon, they're here in that midnight blue, only it doesn't look as dark as it normally does. They have white numbers, trimmed a little bit of gold on the fronts and the backs of their jerseys, and we are underway, and the first point belongs to O'Fallon after a serve not taken care of properly by Collinsville and ends up spinning, which those, that happens with these spinning balls, and you don't get a right hit on it, and it's going to spin away from you, and this one spun backwards.
Yeah, it's Muniz and Aubrey Johnson trying to not quite super clear communication, as that one will go out of place. So
all right,
you go from an ace to a service error, and Collinsville will have their first serve of the match, and it looks like it will be Aubrey to do it as Carson Mote will rotate in.
Aubrey Johnson, 96.35 on the service end of things this year. She averages almost 3/4 of an ace per game. Her first serve right in the middle, taken care of by the other libero. That is Kennedy Weston on the near side, sideline, all the way to the far side, just out of the reach of Munez. And O'Fallon is back out front by a score of 2-1. Sophia Wade-Cadis is going to go back to serve. She has an 82.1 percentage rate on her serves this year, so she'll go back to the service line, send one right down this near side, taken care of by Collinsville, and then Lily Johnson gets it over, and now we're going to have a net violation against Collinsville, and the Panthers go up 3-1.
Yeah, Carson didn't really want to be the one to set it up, but Alyssa had to hustle a little bit to get to it, and so it wasn't the cleanest set in the world, so it'll be a point for O'Fallon. Wade-Cadis back to serve once again.
And a hit by Munez up for Johnson. She'll get it over, and Weston will set it back up. Collinsville benefits from another ball out of bounds, so both Collinsville points have been by volleyballs that have gone out of bounds on the side of O'Fallon, and it's 3-2 in favor of the Panthers.
Rotations in there as Zoe Hall will go back to serve, and that is 21, so Amari Edwards coming in. Play front row role.
Zoe Hall, about 97.22% on the serves this year. Not bad.
Yeah.
That's why right there. How about an ace from Zoe Hall off of the net? And Collinsville has tied this thing 3-3. Perfect person to have back there to start off your serving after Aubrey Johnson is usually the first one to serve on every match. So Zoe Hall will send it back to the back. Weston takes care of it, sent up front, and then another spot found over there by Munez, and it's 4-3. Panthers retake the 1-point lead.
Yeah, second kill of the match already there for that is Gabby Bailing, number 20. The roster in the regional programs is not in numerical order, so it's a little weird.
I know, man. There's the service error, so Collinsville will tie this thing back up 4-4.
And mentioned her earlier. Now Zakiah McMorris will come in. She'll take the place of Addie Muniz.
Avery Johnson, she's the only one averaging over an ace per game at 1.73. 88.5% on the serves this year. Weston gets the first hit, taken care of by Thompson. Sent over to the far side, and the Kahawks go back to work, and a ball that ended up going backwards as that was kind of a misplayed there at the net. Almost ran into the net.
Yeah, I think they wound up getting her for a double hit as Belle Jones and somebody else.
Allie Ham comes into the game. She'll go back to serve. And down the middle it goes. Aubrey Johnson takes care of it. And back behind for Carson Mode off of a partial block. Almost found an empty spot on the floor. O'Fallon gets it over on the second hit. Aubrey Johnson over to McMorris. And McMorris sends it over, and Weston takes care of it. Over here to the near side for Venny. And a point belonging to O'Fallon. And the Panthers go up by a score of 6-4. Last time these two teams met here on this floor was the middle set that Collinsville won. Sure would be nice to get that first set, and that way you don't have to try to force a tiebreaker. Here's McMorris, sends it up into the middle and gets it right back, and then off of a partial block. Weston couldn't handle it, and it ends up going off of her palms and straight down to the floor. 6-5 in favor of O'Fallon.
Yeah, Talisha Gilmore will rotate back in as the opposite middle hitter for Collinsville. Carson Mode goes back to serve.
Carson Mode, 82.3% on her serves this year. Also averages about 3/4, and that one's off the top of the net. Those are always tough to try to bounce back from. And, boy, I tell you what, O'Fallon's finding a spot over there on that far sideline where Katie Cease is right now. That's the third time that they've registered a point over on that same spot.
Yeah, Jones sliding over to make the play on that one. And if you can hit it to the same spot consistently, if Collinsville aren't going to have somebody there, then they may have some success doing it.
Yeah, exploit it. There is Avery Johnson sends it over, and now O'Fallon has to get it over. They do. Aubrey Johnson underneath it, set up in the middle for Gilmore, off of Weston once again, but this time it's high enough that O'Fallon can recover, and then a pushover, and once again, this one's set up and almost went on the wrong side. It did go on the wrong side. Wrong side of the candy cane. It's got to go in between the two candy canes. If it goes behind it, that's considered out of bounds, and it's 8-5 now in favor of O'Fallon. Here comes a serve by Venny, and that one is out of bounds, so Collinsville will at least get that point back.
Yep. And now we'll have some rotations for both teams. Kayla Williams, the sophomore, in for O'Fallon as Huckleberry and
the other Johnson. There's only three of them. Just say Johnson once, and you'll probably be all right.
Yeah. We got all three of them on the floor right now, though.
Yep. Johnson, and Johnson. Sounds like a law firm. That one's a nice hit, and they get it over on the first touch because it had all the momentum, and then O'Fallon takes advantage of Collinsville not being ready for that ball to come over so quickly, and they never could get set up, and they kind of got confused there in front of the net.
Yep, back to serve will be Kennedy Walls for the Panthers.
Excuse me.
As looks like Belleville East have arrived.
And I keep on calling her Lily. Avery Johnson gets it over. Now back over for Jones. And Johnson, Avery tried to dig it out of there, but just came up a little bit short. 10-6 now in favor of O'Fallon. One more time, Kennedy Walls back to serve. Stands pretty much in the middle behind the service line. Lobs it over nice and easy. Collinsville trying to set it up. And Gilmore off of a partial block. It goes down. And Collinsville will get that point right back. Kahawks trail by 3.
And now McMorris will go back to serve. The Panther libero Weston will rotate back in.
McMorris, I didn't get to see her serve at all during the contest with Belleville East. There's another one off the top of the net. O'Fallon's only been burned by it once. How about a block up front by Avery Johnson? And Collinsville gets the first block of this game, and it turns into a point, 10-8, in favor of the Panthers. McMorris ready to deliver another. Into the back this one goes, and off of a Looked like the bend of the elbow kind of sort of. They kept that one alive, though. Aubrey Johnson. Now Huckleberry sets it up for Mode off another partial block. And Talisha Gilmore with a couple of points herself here tonight. And Collinsville has climbed back to within one.
Definitely a little bit of an increase in intensity. Got a pretty good crowd on hand.
Yeah.
One of the bigger student sections we've seen, but not much else going on at this point for the Kahawks. So nice to see the students come out here on a unseasonably warm late October day, which I'm sure you enjoyed.
Yeah, I will. Just too bad it's not going to last into Friday.
Nope. Double hit by the Kahawks, looks like.
Going up to Chicago and doing a game from on top of the press box, it's going to be a little chilly.
So you have been given the green light by the...
Nope.
Not yet?
Well, we've been given the green light by Batavia, but not the IHSA as of yet. I know that Matt Troha and Clay Smith were talking today. Troha just needs to make sure that the NFHS doesn't usually broadcast their games, and they, from all investigation purposes, they don't. The only time they've been on the NFHS network is for road games this year, not home games. So we'll find out. We should get the okay tomorrow, and as soon as we do, we will let everybody know. Here is Olivia Thompson back to serve. Kahawks trail by 2. Munoz pushes it up front, and then Lily Johnson gets it over, taken care of by O'Fallon. They get it over in fine fashion, and then a setup for Gilmore again. She'll just tap it over. Didn't really have enough height or close enough to the net to make any damage, and there is another kill by O'Fallon, and that was by Kayla Williams, 12-9 in favor of the Panthers. Back to serve it up one more time is Olivia Thompson, 5'7" senior. And she will send it over this way, and it's out of bounds. That's about the, third time we've seen a ball land there from O'Fallon tonight?
Yeah, pretty close, somewhere in that neighborhood. It's kind of helped. I don't think this has been the cleanest this year, so Collinsville able to stay close. And one trend that I've noticed, as I'll finish the thought after the point here.
Aubrey Johnson, who started Collinsville's service, will now rotate back into the service area, and Collinsville goes back to work. Alyssa Huckleberry sets it up for Mode. Mode tosses it over with a two-hander. Collinsville gets it back. Another setup, this one for Avery Johnson. Down the middle it goes, taken care of by the Panthers. They'll set it up over on the far side. Kahawks keep it alive. And Huckleberry once again, and then it hits the net, and O'Fallon will get the point.
Yeah, one thing that I've noticed about from Collinsville, some of the games that I did earlier in the season, is that the starts of sets would be pretty even, and then especially in the game that I did here against Belleville East, a lot of, the opposing team would break off a long service run, and then Collinsville would show some good fight back, but I think if they can limit that, they will be able to stay competitive. Nice hustle there from Huckleberry, showcasing her defensive specialist skills.
Nice job by Collinsville to get that ball over after all that. Here is Huckleberry again, setting it up for Lily Johnson, partially blocked. O'Fallon keeps it alive, almost found the empty spot. Aubrey Johnson keeps it alive. Now Munoz can't get it up high enough or long enough to get it over the net, and Collinsville goes down 14-10.
Back to serve will be Whiteacatus, but it looks like Coach Cease wants to call timeout.
We'll take a timeout right along with her. We're back after a break here on the Kahawk Sports Network.
Pack Mail of Collinsville, locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because, well, you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit Pack Mail at 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville. Online, WeShipSt.Louis.com or call Pack Mail at 346-4884.
Once again, we welcome you back here to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. Todd Duke, Zach Roseman with you. Collinsville losing 14-10. Still plenty of time to come back into this game, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's still pretty early on. One thing, Illinois, one of the few states left that still plays best 2 out of 3, but
after this year, they will be the only state left that plays the best 2 out of 3. Everybody else plays the best 3 out of 5.
I haven't heard a ton of, I'm not super plugged into the volleyball community, but I haven't heard a big push to move it to best of 5.
Well, I was asking the girls when I was doing some senior interviews when I first heard that news that New Jersey's going to go to the best of 5 after they become the final state besides Illinois to do that. And I asked them what they thought, and they're like, no, I like the 3. Get out of here earlier enough and spend time with my friends.
That's going to be a block, I guess. It just kind of hit a weird carom.
Yeah.
Block there for Chris, I think. And make it 15-10. Waitaketas back to serve once again.
Yeah.
For the Panthers.
Biggest deficit for Collinsville in this first set, 15-10. Kahawks down by 5. Need to start coming back 1 point at a time here. Huckleberry sends it over to Johnson. Off the back line. There you go. Got to start with that first one. And now Collinsville will get a chance to serve as Zoe Hall, will come back in. So you know she'll serve, and she's a pretty good one.
Yep. Mari Edwards will come in as well. Move into that front left position.
A number of JV girls are sitting on the end of the bench, and I think half the student body cheering section is all the leftover volleyball players that didn't make the roster. Serve goes back, taken care of there by Waitaketas, and a kill shot taken care of on a nice dig by Aubrey Johnson, and then off of a partial block. That one almost goes out of bounds, but it doesn't matter. No one could get there for the rebound, and Collinsville goes from down 5 to down 3 at 15-12.
If you can keep the momentum going, like we said, it's Collinsville has shown some growth a little bit, been more competitive here against some of those Southwestern Conference teams, as nearly an ace there.
Almost. Aubrey Johnson gets it, sends it over to younger sister Avery. Collinsville keeps it alive. Munoz gets it over on the last try. Taken care of on the first hit there by Frederking, and then down, and Munoz had that one go off of her arm on a blistering shot by Gabby Belling.
That's her third kill, what I'm keeping track, as we'll see Walls rotate back in, and back to serve will be Chris.
Caden Chris, senior middle hitter for O'Fallon, pops one right down the middle, and almost out of position was Collinsville, and Kahawks keep it alive. I thought that might have been hit too many times. Yeah.
I guess if it didn't get touched, then...
Yeah, the Lady Kahawks thought that it went over the net, and O'Fallon pushed it back over, but the judge on the ladder there said, nope, that wasn't the case. 17-12, so Collinsville got back to within 3, and then now back down by 5. Another serve by Chris. That one goes into the net. Kahawks will take that gift any day.
Weston will rotate back in for Collinsville, and McMorris will come in for the Kahawks as Avery Johnson goes back to serve.
Avery Johnson, the sophomore, sends a blistering shot over. That was a line drive. And then over onto the far side. That one hit the top of the net, didn't it? Doesn't matter. Collinsville gets the point.
Yeah. I don't think, I think that was just into the net.
That would have given Collinsville the point any way. So it wasn't a block, because if it would have been a block and went out of bounds like that, it would have been a point for O'Fallon. So Avery Johnson back to serve again. Collinsville back to within 3. Johnson sends one into the back again, and that's out of bounds. Boy, I can't see the line from all the way over here, but that had to be real close.
Yeah, smart job by Weston, just ducking out of the way there,
Yep.
As rotating back in is Allie Ham.
Allie Ham, setter, junior, will come back in to serve. Collinsville down by 4, getting a little bit later in this match now. Ham sends a lob ball back to the back line, taken care of there, and now Mode trying to get it over. She does so, goes all the way into the back corner, and they punch it over to the O'Fallon Panthers, back behind the line. Aubrey Johnson keeps it over, and then Hall sends it across. Here comes O'Fallon once again, and off of a partial block and down to the ground, 19-14, and O'Fallon back to a 5-point advantage.
Kill there from Venny, her second. Pretty balanced offensive showing from O'Fallon so far. I got 2 girls with 3 kills and 1 girl with 2, so.
Nice low line drive shot, kept alive by Aubrey Johnson. Sends it over to McMorris, and McMorris sends that one into the net. I've seen her do that a few times this year.
Yeah, I mean, hit it hard, just a little low on the attack angle. As looks like Coach Cecil will take her second time out of the set.
All right, another timeout coming up for us as well. We're back here in just a moment on the Kahawk Sports Network.
The Collinsville Education Association is a proud supporter of KahawkSports.com and the Kahawk Sports Network. The CEA is your partner as they work to ensure quality education for our children. The CEA advocates excellence and equity in public education and represent over 400 educators in 11 schools in both Madison and St. Clair counties. For more information, you can visit the Collinsville Education Association's Facebook page or the CEA's website at collinsvillecea.org.
Todd Duke, Zach Roseman back with you from Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium here on the campus of Collinsville High School. St. Louis Blues game was supposed to start at 6 o'clock, but I just got a notification on my phone that due to a power outage, they are not going to get underway till 6:30 now.
Quick update on the soccer front. Sometime into the second half, Edwardsville 2, Belleville West 1.
Allensville trying to climb back into this one. That was a nice save over there by Carson Mode. She was out of bounds and off balance, and doesn't matter. O'Fallon's going to get the point anyway, and the Panthers go up 21-14, and right now the Panthers have a stranglehold on this game.
Yeah, all in all, I feel like the Kahawks have played fairly well. It's just what mistakes they are making, which have been fairly limited. O'Fallon have done a good job of capitalizing off of them.
Allie Ham on quite the service run back there, and Collinsville keeps that one up, and McMorris will send it over on the third and final try. Now Weston will set it up, and down it goes. Same spot where a few of the points have come from over there for O'Fallon, and the Panthers are now up 22-14.
Looks like the Kahawks will make a substitution. Griffin Guchar will come in.
Griffin got added to the varsity roster, I believe, at the game I did in Granite City.
Yeah, fairly early in the year.
Yeah. That was a little bit of a knuckleball there, taken care of by Aubrey Johnson. And now Carson Mode will get it over. Taken care of over there by O'Fallon. Set it up over here on the near side. Push across and out of bounds. Partial block up front, but unfortunately when it's blocked out of bounds, the block doesn't count, and it's 23-14. Panthers just 2 points away from winning this first set.
And after 1 point, they'll go ahead and switch Johnson back in.
And once again, Allie Ham continues to serve. Another knuckleball. This one taken care of by Avery Johnson. Hall sets it up. Johnson, block. Collinsville keeps it alive on a nice job again by Avery Johnson. Over to the near side corner. Back over to the far sideline. And a block up front. That to belong to Collinsville. That one hit the top of the net. It was not a block. It hit the top of the net and came right back to O'Fallon. So Collinsville hasn't scored a point in a while. Now they finally do. That was 7 straight points while Ham was back there serving, and now Collinsville follows that up with an error, and I got to limit those unforced errors. And now it is set point here.
Venny will serve for it.
Cecilia Venny, and that one's out of bounds. Lily Johnson getting ready to check back in, as is Alyssa Huckleberry, Zoe Hall. And Amari Edwards will check out. And
Huckleberry back to serve.
Huckleberry is indeed back to serve. Usually does a pretty good job at that. Down the near sideline it goes. O'Fallon goes back to work. Over there on the near side. Nice dig by Aubrey Johnson. Setting it up over there for McMorris. She just taps it across. O'Fallon keeps it alive, and the kill try by Jones is out of bounds, and Collinsville will get another much-needed point.
Yeah, showing some good fight here. That's something that no matter what the result has been, I feel like Collinsville have done a good job of doing that. I haven't seen them give up on a game. So
that's a nice low shot right over the net. Almost fooled O'Fallon, and then a block by Talisha Gilmore stays on her side of the net, and that is going to do it for the first set. O'Fallon wins it by a final score of 25-17. And it's time for us to take a break. Collinsville playing the second set with a must-win situation standing in front of them. We'll be back with set number 2 after a timeout here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Do you have a big land improvement project that requires some outside help? Call Petroff Trucking Company. The Petroff Companies have been shaping the metro area since 1975. Family owned and operated, Petroff Trucking Company can do the job and do it right. Hauling, excavating, and grading, they do that and more. Petroff Companies also has roll-off dumpster rentals. They also specialize in dirt and rock sales. Petroff Trucking Company can help you develop your land for your needs. Petroff Trucking Company. Check out their website, PetrovTrucking.com, or give them a call, 618-797-6100. Petrov Trucking Company, shaping the metro area since 1975. Collinsville High School alumni Stacy Lauenstein, CHS class of 91, Lisa Bassetto, Sarah Sulke, and Tracy Limp, CHS class of 94, Tony Geisen, CHS class of 96, and Kevin Robinson, CHS class of 99, want to wish all of our Kahawks a great year. We look forward to cheering you on and supporting you. Work hard on the court and the field, as well as in the classroom. Remember, once a Kahawk, always a Kahawk. Hashtag Kahawk Family.
Your home is where you feel happy, safe, and secure. So if you see signs of foundation problems like cracks or uneven floors, worrying is natural, and getting it fixed is crucial. Woods Basement Systems understands. We've been solving foundation worries since 1986. Woods experts have the training and equipment to make permanent repairs. So stop worrying, because with Woods, it's fixed forever. Foundation problems don't get better with time, they get better with Woods, the all things basement-y experts. Call or go to woodsbasementsystems.com today.
Just because we're adults doesn't mean we don't have toys, am I right? If your adult toys consist of boats, campers, or RVs, then you need to call the GASA storage team of professionals. Winter weather in the Midwest can be quite harsh, and finding a place to properly store those expensive toys for winter can be just as rough as a Midwest winter. That's where the GASA storage team comes in, with outdoor self-storage and covered storage for your toys. They even have tractor-trailer parking. Conveniently located at Horseshoe Lake Road and 111 in Pontoon Beach. GASA Storage, for the safe storage of all of your toys. Contact the GASA Storage Team, gasastorage@gmail.com, or call today, GASA Storage Team, 618-797-6100.
Back here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, Todd Duke and Zach Roseman with you. Collinsville losing the first set by a final score of 25-17. Now the Kahawks into a must-win situation to force a third and final tie-breaking set.
Yeah, this is where you really got to make that big effort. It could happen. Like I mentioned, Collinsville were able to get a set here the last time they played O'Fallon, so we'll have to see how it goes.
Got it in that middle set, too, I believe. I wasn't here for that one. I was at Belleville East for the last game of the year when Collinsville won the first game, and Melissa Huckleberry sends one out of bounds, and Collinsville goes down quickly, 1-0.
Back to serve for the Panthers will be Sophia Waitakaitis.
She off the top of the net, and that was a nice job by no communication whatsoever there for O'Fallon. Everyone just kind of stood there.
I guess that counts as a kill for Lily.
Sure.
All right. That's kind of an unusual start, but see what happens as McMorris will go back to serve.
1-1. Collinsville never did have a lead in that first set. They tied it up a couple of times early, and then that one's going to go out of bounds. So 2 serves out of bounds, and those are the kinds of unforced errors that you do not need when you're trying to force a third set.
Yeah. But still early. One thing about volleyball is that it's just kind of as it goes. Did they?
They switched liberos.
Okay.
Malaya Fetterking is now playing the role of libero. Here is Huckleberry setting it up outside, and what a blistering shot that was from Gilmore. And it was stopped over there by Olivia Thompson. I think she just happened to be there, because if she would have just let that one go by her, probably would have went out of bounds.
And O'Fallon are going to wind up getting the point. Good job by the back row, able to make things happen and able to get it over, and Collinsville not able to get a clean attack down, so it'll be serve for O'Fallon.
Nice dig there on the sideline, and another point for O'Fallon after Collinsville couldn't get it over the net so quickly. It is 4-1 in favor of the Lady Panthers. Another serve coming up here for Frederick. Lobbed it down the middle. Oh, almost a miss hit there, but Collinsville keeps it alive, and Gilmore kind of pushed it back up. And then, speaking of push, that's exactly what Avery Johnson did, but she pushed it into the net instead of over the net.
Service run continues, and like I mentioned in the first set, this is something that's been, at least in some of the games I've done, this has been something that's been a little bit of a problem for Collinsville, so we'll see if they're able to rectify it and limit the damage to not too much, but that will continue at least for that point. And Coach Cecil pretty quickly say, we're not going to have any more of this.
Yeah, I figured that timeout was coming up real quick. We'll be back in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville produces their own spirits and beer on site right at the restaurant. Pair that with some of the most unique menu items around the entire metro area, and you can see why they are such a hit. They can handle you and your family, or they can handle you and your group. Throw in the occasional live entertainment, and you can see why Old Herald Brewery and Distillery is a must-stop destination in Collinsville. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery, 115 East Clay Street in Collinsville, 618-855-8027, or online at oldheraldbrewing.com.
Back once again here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. Todd Duke is my name. On the other microphone, Zach Roseman. As Collinsville trying to keep their season alive, but they're going to have to chase the game now. They're down 6-1. Frederick King continues her service back on the back line. She's been up there for a while, and another ball that spins away from Aubrey Johnson, but at least Collinsville gets this one over this time. O'Fallon sends it up front, and another kill into the opposite side corner from Venny. And quickly it is 7-1. Frederick King been back there for a while.
Yeah, this is 5 or 6 points in a row now.
Yeah. Frederick King over here to the sideline, taken care of by Munoz. Pushed over for Avery Johnson. Across the court she goes. Very high on that one. And that one's out of bounds. So Collinsville finally gets a point back, 7-2. As Collinsville was stuck at 1. 7 points in a row while Frederick King was back there. And now Aubrey Johnson. See if she can get herself on a little bit of a run here. Down the middle it goes, taken care of by O'Fallon. They'll send it over here to the near sideline, and down it goes, out of bounds.
And
what? Oh.
Deflected.
Yep, I guess so. I guess.
Student section doesn't like it, but Coach...
I don't care for it either.
Yeah, Coach Cease doesn't seem to be saying too much, so...
Nothing that she would have been able to do about it anyway.
Well, I mean, I figured if it was wrong, I figured she would have complained more,
oh, yeah.
But...
Uh-oh.
And there's another one, so that's yeah, Frederick King's done a good job. There was a young lady from Belleville East who did a really good job of put together a really long service run. I think it was 13 or 14 points.
Aubrey Johnson does a nice job off that serve off the top of the net, and that one's going to go out of bounds.
Keep things going as 9, that is...
Yeah, I don't know. That's one of the JV girls.
Oh, wait, I remember. Natalie Thompson, I think.
Well, Thompson sends it over for Avery, and Avery Johnson hits it too far. Collinsville can't get out of their own way right now.
I want to check that, but I believe that is Natalie Thompson.
And Allie Ham back to serve up another one. She was back there for a long service run in that first set. Collinsville trying to set it up. Carson Moe does. And I don't know how O'Fallon kept that one alive. There is Aubrey Johnson over to the far side for younger sister Avery. Popped up almost at the scoreboard. And now over here on the near side, pushed across. And they kept it over. Collinsville keeps it alive. Avery Johnson doing all that from her knees. Into the back it goes for Frederick King. Pushed over back to the near sideline. Into the back it goes, out of bounds. And Collinsville in desperate need of some points finally got one there. It's 11-3 in favor of O'Fallon.
Now that's one of those points that could wind up building some momentum. If you're able to get a long rally and you're able to get the point, I think that'll give you some confidence. We'll see if the Kahawks are able to continue that and see if they can cut into this 8-point deficit.
Zoe Hall sends one into the bat. O'Fallon takes care of it, pushes it into the middle, and that one's out of bounds, and Collinsville will get another point. Back-to-back points for the Kahawks for the first time here in this second set. 11-4, still a long climb to go uphill here in this one. Zoe Hall, see what she can do back behind the service line. If she can rattle off 7 in a row or so. Pushed up front, and O'Fallon finds a spot right in front of Munoz, and Munoz got her hands there, but just couldn't get underneath it enough.
And it'll be Venny who will go back to serve for the Panthers. jump serve.
We'll see a lot of those, and nice job keeping it alive. Now Zoe Hall gets it over. That was a nice job by Collinsville to keep with it. Block up front by Carson Mode. And then into the back, another nice dig by Aubrey Johnson. She's good at that, and Avery Johnson hits it into the net.
Yeah, it's O'Fallon are very good at, like, when the scramble situation has had to happen, if they're, out of their set for whatever reason. I feel like as good as any team I've seen besides probably Modern Day in terms of how well they've been able to recover and get themselves into a situation where they can make an offensive play happen, even if it's not something that they're, like, specifically practicing.
Morris checks back into the game, takes the place of Addie Munoz. Back to serve, Avery Johnson. Johnson sends one over to the far side, stays over there, and that's where they'll set it up. Into the back it goes, and then Aubrey Johnson tried to dig it out of there, but ends up going off of her and straight back to the wall, 14-5 in favor of O'Fallon.
And it'll be at 19? Yeah,
it is 19. That's Marin Price. She is a senior, listed as a libero and a defensive specialist on the roster. And a setup for Mode, and too far. (15-5). Kahok's down by 10. Price back to serve it up one more time. Knuckleball taken care of by Aubrey Johnson, and tell you what, Zoe Hall ran a long way when probably who should have handled that ball was McMorris.
Ace for Price will prompt another timeout from Coach Cease.
Now or never, she's going to tell her girls. We'll be back here in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
It's probably the largest purchase you'll ever make. We have 5 agents on our team.
We cover about an hour radius around St. Louis.
We grew up here. We know every town like the back of our hands.
Our job as realtors is helping someone find their dream home, whether it's a family or an individual. We just want to do everything that we can to keep the process as simple and as stress-free as possible for you.
The Blaylock Group, the official realtors of the Kahok Sports Network and Kahok Athletics.
16-5 in favor of O'Fallon. O'Fallon looking to take care of this first regional semifinal in a 2-set sweep. Collinsville's job to try to stop that from happening, but boy, oh boy, they have a long uphill battle to go, down by 11. 16-5 is the score. I don't know if I'm doing football or not on Friday. Pretty sure that I am, but I do know that Monday I have my first hockey game already.
Coming up pretty quick. Having any significant changes on that front, or things still?
I don't think so.
I was wondering if there had been any. It's not, and with it being not an official IHSA sport, unless you are plugged into the association and its inner workings, you don't hear a ton about it. Looks like a sub came in for O'Fallon. Not sure who that was.
Price sends another one over. Aubrey Johnson takes care of it. Zoe Hall sends it over to McMorris off the top of the net. O'Fallon gets there and takes care of it. They'll tap it over, and they kept it alive. Carson Mode did, but it went to the other side of the court where there really wasn't anybody standing to take care of it. So 18-5 now in favor of O'Fallon. And Collinsville, after losing the first set 25-17, they're really starting to feel it here. 18-6 now. Collinsville gets one of those back.
It's been a bit of a cleaner second set from O'Fallon, and Collinsville have made a few more mistakes as Kendra Ledbetter came in at some point, missed her initial entrance.
Carson Mode with the serve, and back in the corner. Zoe Hall gets it. Mode hits it last, and over to McMorris. O'Fallon goes back to work into the middle. Partial block up front. Zoe Hall kept it alive. Avery Johnson sends it up. McMorris has to get it over. She does. Taken care of in the middle of the court by Price. And now a block, but that's going to go so far off of Talisha Gilmore that it goes all the way across the service line on the other side. Boy, oh boy. You get a nice block, and all that momentum carries it out of bounds.
Yeah, just you hit the ball hard enough, just go off the block, and it'll go all the way back out of bounds. The floor is not that big, and
nope.
You apply enough force. Thompson with another serve.
And into the back line it goes, and off of part of the basketball nets out at that end. And O'Fallon gets it over. Johnson saves it. It was not going to go out of bounds, so she needed to. Oh, man. Collinsville has had a couple of tries on both sides of the sidelines up by the net, but they keep on hitting the net with it. 20-6.
Jory Posey into the game for the first time for the Panthers.
Jory.
J-O-R-I.
Yeah. Here is Thompson with another serve. Has that knuckle action on it, man. Those are hard to handle sometimes. Here is Avery Johnson. A nice dig over there by Price. And then a block.
But it came down on the wrong side.
Yep.
21-6. It's been a pretty thorough domination, for lack of a better term, for O'Fallon here in this second set.
Sure has. Popped up right in the middle. Aubrey Johnson up to Hall to Gilmore. Gilmore gets it over, and all the way to the back line it goes, and now O'Fallon has to get over, which they do. Avery Johnson gets it up front, and there you go, a little seeing eye by Talisha Gilmore. Gilmore picks up her third kill in this contest today.
Molly Johnson comes back in. Huckleberry will come in and go back to serve. Looks like Quincy here as well, getting prepped for their next match, which is scheduled for a 7 o'clock start. And
oh, there's another block and a kill there by Talisha Gilmore. And Collinsville still has a long uphill battle here, down 21-8. But as I said, you got to do it 1 point at a time. Huckleberry serves. O'Fallon digs it out of there, pushes it over, kept alive. Nicely done there by McMorris. Collinsville does get it over, and O'Fallon goes back to work. And that ball, I don't know how it managed to stay alive. Another kill shot there by Gilmore. O'Fallon takes care of it. Back to the near sideline, and another block by Gilmore, and that one turns into a point.
Yeah.
Still a long way to go here for Collinsville, but they're doing a good job right now. Here is another serve by Huckleberry into the backhand. That's out of bounds.
More of those, just hitting it too strong. Maybe a little bit extra adrenaline.
Yeah,
with
I'm sure.
With it being the playoffs and
I'm
everything.
sure.
One of the bigger crowds they've played in front of, at least here at home. Probably had some impartial Belleville East and Quincy fans filing their way into Fletcher Gym here as well. Should be a pretty fun second semifinal matchup.
Gilmore gets it over, and then a block that stayed on Collinsville's side of the net once again, and the O'Fallon Panthers are just 2 points away from wrapping up a two-set sweep here. Belleville East just now got here.
I think they're coming back out of the locker room and getting dressed. Quincy down on the far end.
Well, another serve. This one goes backwards, but Avery Johnson tracks it down. Aubrey Johnson gets it over. Taken care of in the middle. Now set up there, and a block that's going to go out of bounds. Man, oh, man.
Did that?
Man went out of bounds.
Well, it did go. I thought it. I guess they're going to say Talisha got a piece of it. I thought that was just straight into the net. But looks like I was incorrect in that assessment, and the referees are closer than I am. Back to serve for the match will be Sophia Whiteakadis.
Match point in jeopardy here, and there it is. 25-9. O'Fallon wins set number 2 after winning the first one 25-17. Thanks very much, Zach, for showing up. We'll talk to you down the road.
Yeah.
All right, time now for the post-game show, brought to you tonight by Chiropractic Works in Collinsville, owned and operated by Dr. Chris McCluskey. He and his crew are focused on helping as many people as possible live high-quality lives all through chiropractic care and wellness. You can visit Dr. McCluskey at Chiropractic Works, 410 Regency Center, just off of the Beltline Road in Collinsville. Give them a call at 618-343-3602 or online at chiropracticworkscollinsville.com. Post-game show comes your way next on the Kahok Sports Network.
I'd like to introduce you to some incredible new technology we have available here at Chiropractic Works. The machine is known as an InvisiRed lipolaser machine. The InvisiRed machine emits a red light and red laser that combine in unison to go through the skin layers into the adipose or fat tissue and cause the cells to go ahead and metabolize themselves. The The InvisiRed technology is the only machine that's FDA approved for fat loss, stimulates collagen and elastin, improves the function of the lymphatic system, boosts metabolism, and increases metabolic response. Typical response after the very first treatment is 1/2 to 2 inches of loss in body measurement. So if you think that this technology could help you accomplish any weight loss or aesthetic goals, we would be glad to have you come in for a consultation, get a first treatment, and experience the amazing benefits that InvisiRed offers.
Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Lottie's Cafe offers food, cocktails, and gaming in a great atmosphere highlighted by fast and friendly service. Lottie's Cafe also offers a unique menu that features soups and salads, sandwiches and paninis, pizza and flatbreads, appetizers and desserts, as well as breakfast. That's right, we said breakfast. Unique breakfast items such as a breakfast stromboli, a breakfast BLT, and breakfast burritos. Lottie's also offers creative cocktails, a wine bar, the coldest beer around, and a video gaming area for those 21 and older. And don't forget the Lottie's Cafe gift certificates. Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Check them out online at lottiescafe.com, on Facebook, or in person in the Strip next to the Walmart Neighborhood Market. Or call Lottie's Cafe at 618-223-8256. Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Todd Duke here, proud member of the Collinsville Educational Assistance Association. Whether you call us teachers' aides, paraprofessionals, or educational assistants, it all comes down to one thing: taking care of students. More importantly, your student. Yes, we are there for the teachers, and we help them in any way possible. But our goals are in line with our teachers, in that we want to see our students succeed at not only being a student, but well beyond that as we ready them for the world outside of the classroom. We are Union Strong. We are Kahok Strong. We strive to help students reach their potential. We are the Collinsville Educational Assistance Association. Go Kahawks! Keep your ride shiny and clean with Extreme Details Vehicle Detailing in Collinsville. Owner Jay Merkel and his crew at Extreme Details believe in the value of community and in helping their community hold the value of their vehicles with a sharp-looking, clean ride that you and your community can be proud of. Extreme Details can handle any job, whether you drive a small car, an SUV, or even a bus or RV. No job is too big or too small at Extreme Details. Extreme Details offers scratch and oxidation removal, no matter what you drive: cars, trucks, motorcycles, boats, and more. Plus, Extreme Details can handle fleet vehicles for you and your company. Call Jay and the gang at Extreme Details at 618-977-1224. Check for periodic specials on the Extreme Details Facebook page. Put the shine in your ride with Extreme Details, 618-977-1224. Lakeside Roofing in Collinsville. Let the professionals at Lakeside Roofing protect your most important investment, your home or business. Have the elements taken a toll on your roof system? Notice a leaking roof? Maybe it's time for a free roof inspection. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your roofing system by 10 years or more. Lakeside Roofing is your winning team for commercial and residential roofing systems. Lakeside All-Star professionals have installed, repaired, and maintained hundreds of roofs on both sides of the river. Call Lakeside Roofing today at 618-344-2800 in Collinsville or 314-241-5253 or online at lakesideroofing.com. Choose experience, choose Lakeside.
I'd like to introduce you to some incredible new technology we have available here at Chiropractic Works. The machine is known as an InvisiRed lipolaser machine. The InvisiRed machine emits a red light and red laser that combine in unison to go through the skin layers into the adipose or fat tissue and cause the cells to go ahead and metabolize themselves. The InvisiRed technology is the only machine that's FDA approved for fat loss, stimulates collagen and elastin, improves the function of the lymphatic system, boosts metabolism, and increases metabolic response. Typical response after the very first treatment is 1/2 to 2 inches of loss in body measurement. So if you think that this technology could help you accomplish any weight loss or aesthetic goals, we would be glad to have you come in for a consultation, get a first treatment, and experience the amazing benefits that InvisiRed offers.
Once again, we welcome you back here to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. Collinsville Lady Kahawks volleyball season comes to a close as they end their season with a record of 16-17 after O'Fallon takes care of Collinsville in 2 straight sets, 25-17 and 25-9, as the other regional semifinal participants are down practicing right now as Quincy and Belleville East get ready to take on each other. Edwardsville already take care of Belleville West in the other regional that's being played at Liberty Middle School in Edwardsville, since the Edwardsville High School gymnasium floor problem has not been rectified as of yet. And we think that might be the same for the upcoming basketball season as well. We don't know if we'll be able to give you the couple of games that we have scheduled in Edwardsville later on in the year, as we'll try to figure that out as we move in towards basketball season here real quick. And joining us now on the other headset is one of the assistants for Katie Cease in the volleyball program, and that is Brenna Swartz. Hey, how are you, dear?
Pretty good.
Yeah? Not really, right?
Well, bittersweet.
Bittersweet, I know. You know, man, we all know O'Fallon, the O'Fallons of the world, the Belleville East of the world, the Edwardsville Tigers of the world, they are all really, really good at that sport that you guys love called volleyball. So let's not dwell on it too much, but let's talk about that first set. That was a very good set by Collinsville. I mean, you know, you guys never led in the set, but you never gave up in the set, and you were down by a few, and then you came back, and then down by 5 and came back, ended up being 25-17. Girls had to be feeling all right about themselves, even though they lost. They had some good things happen in that first set.
Yeah, definitely. They still were in a positive mood coming off from that the first set. We had a lot of good things happen too. We had Avery with some kills, Talisha with some kills and blocks, and they put out effort on that set. Unfortunately, the second set didn't go the same way.
No, that's what I was going to say. Totally different story in that second set. O'Fallon jumped off to a 7-1 lead before you guys even got your second point. And a lot of it was O'Fallon being, you know, O'Fallon, and Collinsville just had a little bit of bad luck.
Yeah, definitely at the beginning, and then once in a volleyball game, as you get further apart from the other team in your score, then the lower team doesn't do very well mentally, and so then it kind of just domino effects from there.
Yeah, there was a couple of those unforced errors that we always talk about that you need to stay away from. Those didn't kind of go away. And O'Fallon, they seemed to pick the same spot over and over again on where to hit the ball, and it worked out for them.
Yeah, they were very smart with their shots and tips, and they knew what they were doing. They came ready to play more than we did, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'd ask you how the locker room was, but I think I know.
Yep.
Bittersweet.
Yep.
7 seniors that have played their last game, and that's never a good feeling.
Yeah, I think all of them played all 4 years.
Yeah, they did. All right, well, I guess we will see you in March for boys volleyball.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
That is Brenna Swartz, one of the assistant coaches, not only for the girls' side, but on the boys' side of things as well. And we thank her for visiting with us here on the Chiropractic Works post-game show. So that's going to do it for volleyball season. The only thing we have left as far as fall sports are concerned is the football season. We haven't got the full thumbs up yet to go to Bativa and do Friday's game, but we think that we're almost there. We should find out tomorrow, and when we do, we will be sure to post that on the Kahok Sports Network's Facebook page. And as I mentioned, though, winter sports right around the corner, so close. As a matter of fact, I have a hockey game to do on Monday night from the RP Lumber Center in Edwardsville as Collinsville takes on the Edwardsville Tigers, and that is a 9 p.m. start the day before Election Day. Luckily, we have Election Day off, so I can get a little bit of sleep after late go at that one. But that's going to do it for us. A big thank you to Katie Cease joining me on the pregame show. A big thank you once again to Brenna Swartz joining me on the postgame show. And a big thank you to Zach Roseman, who came in and strapped on the other headset and gave us a little color commentary as well. So we will most likely see you on Monday, if not definitely, or excuse me, on Friday, if not definitely on Monday. And until one of those two things happen, everybody have yourselves a fantastic rest of your Tuesday.